What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sentiment Streams. Today, we're diving deep into the world of travel hacks today, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. If you're tired of overpaying for flights and ready to unlock those crazy cheap deals, you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get this show on the road. All right, let's talk about timing. When it comes to booking flights, timing is everything. It's like trying to catch a wave. You gotta know when to paddle out and when to pop up. Book too early, you might miss out on a sweet deal. Book too late, and you're stuck paying a premium. So what's the sweet spot? Generally, booking flights 1 to 3 months in advance for domestic travel and 2 to 8 months in advance for international travel is a good rule of thumb. But hey, I know, rules are meant to be broken, right? That's why you gotta be smart about this. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are your best friends when it comes to finding cheaper flights. Why? Because most people aren't traveling on those days. It's like sneaking into the movie theater on a Tuesday afternoon, less crowded, more space, and cheaper tickets. And speaking of cheaper tickets, have you ever noticed how flight prices seem to skyrocket during peak seasons? It's like airlines know exactly when we want to travel and jack up the prices just to mess with us. But don't worry, we're gonna outsmart them. The key is to be flexible. If you can swing it, try traveling during the off-season or shoulder season. You'll be surprised at how much money you can save. And hey, who doesn't love a good off-season adventure? It's like having the whole place to yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joseph, this is all great, but how do I actually find these cheap flights? Well, my friends, that's where the magic of flight comparison tools comes in. These things are like having a personal travel agent working for you 24/7. They scour the internet, comparing prices from different airlines and travel agencies, so you don't have to. Talk about a time saver. Some of my go-to flight comparison websites include Google Flights, Skyscanner, Kayak, and Momondo. Each one has its own strengths and weaknesses, so it's a good idea to experiment and see which one you vibe with the most. One thing I love about these tools is the ability to set price alerts. You know, those little notifications that pop up on your phone and make you feel like you've won the lottery? Yeah. Those are price alerts, and they're a game changer. Just enter your desired travel dates and destinations, set your budget, and boom, you'll get an email or a notification whenever there's a price drop. It's like having a personal assistant who's obsessed with finding you the best deals. Remember what I said about being flexible? Well, I meant it. Being flexible with your travel dates is like having a superpower when it comes to finding cheap flights. Instead of being stuck on specific dates, try searching for flights a few days before or after your ideal travel dates. You might be surprised at how much the price can vary. Another pro tip is to consider flying into alternative airports. Sometimes flying into a smaller airport that's a bit further away from your final destination can save you a ton of money. Just make sure to factor in the cost of transportation from the airport to your hotel or Airbnb. And hey, if you're really feeling adventurous, why not embrace the unknown and go for a spontaneous trip? Search for flights to everywhere or anywhere on your favorite flight comparison website and see where the wind takes you. You never know what kind of amazing deals you might stumble upon. Now, let's talk about the beauty of traveling during the off-season. I know everyone wants to go on vacation when the sun is shining and the birds are singing, but trust me, there's something magical about exploring a new place when it's not swarming with tourists. First of all, you'll save a ton of money on flights and accommodation. Remember those peak season prices we talked about earlier? Yeah, they don't exist in the off-season. Second, you'll have more of the place to yourself. No more fighting for space on the beach. No more waiting in line for hours to see that famous landmark. It's just you, the locals, and a whole lot of peace and quiet. And finally, traveling during the off-season gives you a chance to experience a different side of your destination. The weather might be a little different, the crowds will be smaller, and the atmosphere will be more relaxed. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Flight alerts are a game changer. They're like having a personal assistant who's constantly on the lookout for the best flight deals. Setting up flight alerts is super easy. Just head over to your favorite flight comparison website or app, enter your travel details, and click on the Track Prices or Create Alert button. You'll start receiving notifications whenever there's a price change for your selected route. The best part about flight alerts is that they do all the work for you. You don't have to constantly check for price updates or refresh the page every 5 seconds. Just sit back, relax, and wait for the deals to come to you. Another cool thing about flight alerts is that you can set up multiple alerts for different destinations and travel dates. So, if you're flexible with your travel plans, you can cast a wider net and increase your chances of snagging an amazing deal. All right, let's talk about frequent flyer programs. I know they can seem a little overwhelming at first, but trust me, they're worth it, especially if you travel frequently. Joining a frequent flyer program is like joining a secret society of savvy travelers who are always in the know about the best deals and perks. Every time you fly with an airline or its partners, you earn miles or points that you can redeem for free flights, upgrades, and other travel goodies. It's like getting rewarded for doing something you already love. But the benefits of frequent flyer programs go beyond just earning miles. As a member, you often get access to exclusive perks like priority check-in, priority boarding, free check bags, and access to airport lounges. Talk about traveling in style. Now, I know what you're thinking. Joseph, there are so many different frequent flyer programs out there. How do I choose the right one? And you know what? That's a great question. My advice is to start by looking at the airlines that fly to your most frequent destinations and see what kind of programs they offer. And there you have it, my friends. 7 insider tips to help you unlock cheap flights and travel the world without breaking the bank. I know it can seem daunting at first, but trust me, with a little bit of planning, a dash of flexibility, and a whole lot of patience, you'll be jet-setting around the globe in no time. Remember, the key is to be proactive, do your research, and never be afraid to ask for what you want. The world is your oyster, so get out there and explore it. That's a wrap for today's video, folks. I hope you found these tips helpful and feel inspired to book your next adventure. If you did, hit that like button and let me know in the comments where you're headed next. Don't forget to subscribe to Sentiment Streams and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future travel hacks and adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.